Okay, welcome back to another week. This week we're driving the 2023 Nissan Ariya, Nissan's newest SUV that is electric. Very cool. So let's take a quick little spin around the car. Very nice. I like those aerodynamic rims. It's got a good shape to it as well. This is my first impression. Like I said, I just picked it up this morning, just drove it here, doing some B-roll filming. It's starting to rain. Of course, the rain ruins everything. Horrible weather here in Quebec lately. Nice back end, reminds me a lot of a Lexus for some reason. So now we have the Ariya badge here, and we also have the Evolve Plus, which is very nice. I'm sure we have an automatic trunk. I haven't actually opened the trunk yet, so join me as we got our first impressions of the trunk space. Very spacious, very roomy in here. My goodness, look at this. We have two little compartments, so there's my charger. That's good to know. Little thing here that you can kind of, I'm guessing I can put this up and put bags in there with these hooks. Very, very good. I like that. That's nice. So look at all that trunk space. Very cool. And of course, one touch and we close it. Very good. Now I am going to drive this car around a little bit more today, but that is the exterior. These front lights are very cool, how they kind of like come up and go sideways. Very nice. So as we go, ooh, look at that too. It's starting to come alive, the Nissan, as it gets darker here because the storm's coming. But yeah, so I'm going to spend a week with this and you'll join me. So let's hop in. Let's do a startup sequence. And then let's also put you up on the windshield and I'll give you my first driving impressions. Okay, as promised, here is the startup sequence. Hop in. Right in there. Start button is right here. Push that bad boy. Very clean. All right, so we'll do a little bit more driving back out of this area. Got a little bit of B-roll, but the rain came, so we are going to axe that for right now. But it does allow me, though, rain or no rain, to talk about how this thing drives as soon as I get out of the dirt here. There's no off-road mode for this one, so I am just driving in standard mode. But I already noticed something that's so weird, right? And I'm gonna talk about it. So basically, I'm driving along here. I have E-step enabled, which is like kind of like it's one pedal driving, Nissan's version of one pedal driving. Doesn't bring the car to a complete stop at all. It does, though, like hold the kind of like slow the car down and do the regenerative braking like you're used to in an EV. But the thing is it actually physically moves the brake pedal for you. So if you stop, like if I let off all the way, the brake pedal goes in quite a lot. So my adjustment as to where the brake pedal should be is off, because when I go to where it should be in like the up position. It isn't, because the system is actually moving it for me. So it's a very strange thing to experience. So I'm already, first impression wise, having to get used to that. It's very strange. Other than that, though, it's a standard EV. It drives exactly like you'd expect an electric vehicle to drive. Like I can throw it into eco mode and it makes it very slow, or I can throw it into sport mode and it makes it very fast. Although this is the front wheel drive version. This isn't the E-Force version. So overall, it's been pretty good. The handling is nice. Love the feel of the steering wheels. Nissan lately, or at least since we had the Pathfinder last week, another Nissan, I know. That's the way the schedule worked out, so that's what we're going with. Yeah, it's been pretty good. The steering wheels, last week the Nissan Pathfinder steering wheel was good. This time, the Ariya, or the Ariya, however you want to say it, this steering wheel, very nice as well, so not a lot of complaints there. The ride quality is good. I don't know if it's as good as the Ioniqs are, either the 6 or the 5, but I do think it competes with the Volkswagen ID4, so that's kind of what I'm going to compare it to this week. Although this isn't the all-wheel drive version, it does have a higher price point than a lot of its competitors, just even at this front-wheel drive model, so it's a little bit like on the side of things, but you know what, we'll take it for what it is. So far though, the infotainment, which I'll give you a tour a little bit later in the week, once I like really know what's going on with everything, it's better. It's already way better than what we saw in the Pathfinder, so that's great. They did make a nice upgrade and it does fit with the times now, so I'm happy with that too. So I'll pick it back up a little bit later if it stops raining, or like later on during the week, tomorrow after work or something like that. I'll pick things back up and I'll give you the interior tour a little later on in the video. So stay tuned for more on the week with this Nissan Ariya. All right, picking things back up after work here in this little parking lot here. So I spent the day with it so far, or technically like been to work, been back, and I went to get groceries yesterday, but I didn't film it because it was so absolutely disgusting outside. But I did notice something very useful with the trunk. So let's say you have a bunch of bags, open the trunk, it's automatic, that's great. But then you can kind of fold up your floor so that you can see here, nothing can like move around too much. It was full of grocery bags last night, so I kind of used my work stuff to kind of give you an idea. But this is a really great feature. I love the fact that the floor drops down and I could just have things that don't roll around. I like that a lot. I also want to show you some stuff while I'm driving on the interior, some little details that are very cool, so let's get to that. It's a very easy car to drive, so you can change these clusters kind of on the fly. If I want to, I can go to change meter and it will change things around for me. I can have a simplistic view, which is really cool. Then I can go back, oops, wrong button. I can go back and go back to the mirror. I prefer this one. This one looks way nicer. And then also as I brake, you can see in the left there, the lights are actually on in the little display, which is very cool as well. So I let off, I go forward to drive a little bit. And now I'm gonna speed down this little area here. And then look, brakes are on, check that out. It's lighting up as I do. It doesn't do it with the turn signal. I saw some, maybe on the more advanced models, it'll actually match up your turn signal, but it's not doing that for me. So that's the only thing that's missing, but on the upper models, it may do it. That's very cool. All right, it's been another hot day in the summer with the Nissan Ariya, and just it looks like it's been, well, it has been raining, and you can just see all the dirt that it's kind of picking up on the side there. Since it's kind of like a flat edge, really curved edges, I feel like it really collects dirt, and also the color probably doesn't help too much either. The front though seems relatively clean, that or I can't tell. But anyways, today I wanted to show you guys the interior. Let's take an interior tour in the sun. Open this guy up. Here we go. Look at this. It's one of the most comfortable seats that I've been in once I adjusted it properly. I would suggest you spend some time and get it right, because once I did that, I am so comfortable in these seats. It's insane. Really like this 2-spoke steering wheel. Also, you'd think these are capacitive touch buttons. No, they are not. They actually click in. Very satisfying as well. Kind of more complex, kind of more like a car, almost like a normal gas car kind of thing that I really like. So this is kind of how I leave it, but I can see a whole bunch of stuff in here, you know, like battery consumption, you know, your efficiency, my power, my tire pressure, all that good stuff. I can see all that in here, the navigation, the assist. It's just really well laid out. I am a fan of it, and I usually just leave it there on the home button and I kind of drive just like this right here. Very nice though. Don't hate it at all. Got some cool controls here. This guy right here is actually for the headlight control, so I can have it up or down based on the number. This is the steering assist when you're on cruise control. This is the heads up on or off, brake hold, charging off, and the automatic tailgate button from the inside. Very usable stuff. Pretty standard though, pretty easy to understand, but man, I like this steering wheel. I am a fan. It's not a perfect circle. It's kind of cut off at the end. Really comfortable materials to hold. I think they smashed it with the Ariya. Honestly, I do. So you'll see this better at night, because right now this sun is just beaming down on this place. So you'll see this way better at nighttime, but it's like these vibration buttons. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's like vibrating under my hand, and like, so I'm not actually putting any pressure on it at all, and it's just changing. It works very seamlessly, and I love this like exposed kind of wood look too. And then we also have this nice infotainment display. Last week I complained that the Pathfinder lagged. This time, not so much. They have definitely fixed that. Definitely gave me the software update that I wanted. We also have a camera here. Check this out. Bang, camera. Still looks a bit dated still on this side of things, but on the 360 we're actually looking pretty clean and pretty good, so not much to complain about there. Look at this though. Boom, underneath there. Oh, one glove box. Bang. You want another one? Bang, 2 glove boxes. You don't need any more glove boxes. We got them in the Nissan Ariya. Ooh, and a spider. Moving on, we have this nice thing here, this nice shifter here that it'll light up around itself at nighttime. You can also see there, look at all this legroom. Look at this. This is ridiculous. I can touch the passenger's feet and they can touch mine. I always wonder if this is a point of danger. So please, if you have one of these, let me know in the comments. Does things get here? I don't think people are dumb enough to put stupid things here that could get in your way, but I just feel like not having anything is a little bit dangerous, but I haven't lived with the car for that long to know. But anyways, nice little illumination thing. I'll give you a night tour later, so we'll skip that for now. But I have these nice little cup holders, the E-step, which is like one pedal driving, drive mode selector, and look at this. Hold that bad boy. Takes a while, but it goes all the way almost into the back seat. If you kind of want to encroach on your rear passengers, it goes all the way back, and I have even more space. So if you didn't think you had enough before, now you definitely do. Oh my goodness. This thing here, you open that guy up, kind of opens up very nicely too. Then you can put your phone in here, close it down, and this light will light up, show you that it's charging. This little slidey guy here is nice as well. And these seats are very comfortable. Like, honestly, they're really, really good. I love the mix here too. It's just a solid interior, and it's hard to find something bad to say about it, other than like I think there should be a separation between the driver and the passenger for just safety reasons. But you'll let me know in the comments if that's even a concern. So I'll pick it back up. Maybe we'll do some nighttime stuff, and I'll show you what it looks like at night, and you can kind of get a clean shot of these guys light up very nicely. So I'll show you later. Okay, a little nighttime action with the Nissan Ariya. Check this out. So if I can keep the headlights activated for a bit. Okay, never mind. Let's go start it up, and then we'll keep the headlights active. All right, hang on. Let's get this thing going. Look at this here. We'll start up for you. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Should be on. All right, now, as you can see, a whole swarm of bugs come over the headlights, but there you go. Look at that. Love that light up Nissan logo. It's absolutely excellent. Come around here. Not much going on the side in terms of illumination, but the rear is where it is at. This is as close as I can get it here. This is the rear. The Nissan Ariya, look at that. Kind of squished between my garage door and everything, but there you are. Okay, so let's hop in. I'll show you the interior. So interior wise, we are still sitting pretty good. Enough lighting in here, so now you can get a good shot of, you know, these haptic touch, I want to say, or like vibration touch buttons. Really cool. You get a shot of, like, it almost feels like the car is breathing. I don't know, if they pulsed it would feel like it's breathing, but I'm not sure how I'm explaining that. But anyways, it feels really cool to have like a little bit of illumination down there, here next to the door trim, here as well as this thing kind of lights up. Then we have the E-step, drive modes. This thing is perfectly bright here. My gauge cluster and my infotainment screen, both very bright, very cool. Very nice. So there you go. There you have it. Nissan Ariya at night. One more thing. I don't know if you'll be able to see it in the camera, but I can raise my headlights. You can see it going up a little bit more. You can see them kind of raising. And then if I lower it all the way, it kind of go down a little bit. That's really awesome. Quick little comparison between the Nissan Ariya and the Nissan Leaf. You can see the Nissan Leaf is much smaller than the Ariya. It kind of rides even higher, but still a very nice car. The Nissan Leaf is not bad at all. You can just come around to the back end as I see it here. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. But you can see the big difference between the Ariya and the Leaf. Personally, I prefer the Ariya. Okay, coming now to the end of the week. I'm actually about to drop this car off today with the Nissan Ariya. Been a very good week though, so I'll give you one last little walk around in the sun here. Been very nice to own this guy for a week. Obviously, I wish it was longer. With most EVs, I do get quite attached to them, but look at that blue color in the sun. Really shines, really stands out. It's just, yeah, I can't say enough good about it, honestly. The only thing that's like the not so great thing is the price, but we'll hop into the interior now and I will take you through you know, my kind of final thoughts for the Nissan Ariya. So let's get right inside. Okay, so figured on the way home would be the best time to give you my final thoughts for the Nissan Ariya. Now, it's been a great week. Gonna miss it when it goes. Like I said, when I was just outside there, the worst part of it is the price. And I just feel like I can't justify saying that you should pay this amount of money when there's other things in the competitive market that we have for these EVs that are just pricing their vehicles at the same price but giving you way more than Nissan is. That's just the reality. But I'm assuming that eventually Nissan will wake up to that fact and lower the price, and in that case, it's a great car. The reason why I say that the price is such a problem is because they're charging $64K for a front-wheel drive electric vehicle when other manufacturers are charging $64K for an electric car that has all-wheel drive, that is basically fully loaded. I'm looking at like something like the Hyundai Ioniq 6. At least in Canada, that is the case. I can't speak to America. But besides that, it has literally everything you would need out of an SUV, and then literally everything you would want out of an electric vehicle. So it's got the duality there, really great. I can recommend it on that thing, like as long as maybe you're not paying too much. It just sucks because people won't get like all this nice stuff that I get to experience, because unless you're gonna fork out a bunch of money, or you get helped by your local area's government EV incentives, then maybe this car becomes a great, like a steal. Because if you can get this thing at a good price, you are getting a great electric SUV. It's got great handling, great drivetrain, great everything. You know, I can't say enough good about it. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and park my car up here because I am pretty much at home. I'm gonna drop this car off later today, and yeah, I'll pick it up next week when I have a brand new vehicle in the driveway, as long as everything works out. So if you like these videos, make sure you subscribe so it gives me the ideas to keep going and to go forwards and to keep making these types of videos for you. And with that being said, make sure you like, make sure you comment if you're in the market for one of these, and we'll see you in the next one.